It's just so neat, you guys. How is it already 2026? Like, seriously, I have so many questions. It feels like yesterday we were celebrating Christmas in 2024, and yet here we are, another year has passed, and I'm like, what did I do in 2025? What did I do in 2025? I don't even know what I did in 2025. Like, I look back on my camera things and I'm like, oh my gosh, we did all this stuff in 2025 and I don't even I need better memory. So maybe one of my supplements for the new year should be something for my brain. Anyway, the first vlog of the year is of course going to be planning for the new year, doing some goals because we have this thing in the Discord where we post our goals, and then my new planner that I'm absolutely obsessed with, I'll have to show you guys what it is later. It is so in depth and has so many questions that I have not tackled yet. I don't like to think a lot like of deep things very often, or I love to plan but I don't like to, I don't know. We're going to fill that out today, and then there is something that me and Dusty, not Titus, what? He is being so lovey. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Look at this. Look at his little face. But there is something that me and Dusty do every year, and it is cleaning out our clothes for the new year. So our closet is like so full right now. I can't even put the clothes in the closet myself, like when I hang them up. I have to have Dusty do it because they're so tight in there. It like takes all of my strength. Do y'all remember that episode of Sweet Life of Zach and Cody where London is teaching Maddie to maybe be stronger, and she's doing it with like shopping and clothes and stuff like that, and London's like pushing like the racks back and forth? That's literally a workout for me in our closet. So I want that to be gone. I want it to stop. I want to be able to hang stuff up in our closet without it being a workout or without having to make Dusty do it. I'm gonna have to try some on because I seen some today that I haven't seen since last winter, and I'm like, whoa, I didn't even know this was in the closet, but it's really cute, but should I get rid of it? So I don't know if you want it to go to somebody who cannot afford the clothing, to find somewhere in your area that does donate straight directly to homeless or low income instead of making people buy it, because a lot of people that really need these clothes that they can't afford to go buy it. And Goodwill is actually, I've heard Goodwill is charging a lot of money for stuff here recently. So I don't know, I just feel like it's a better thing to do if you want to donate directly to people in need. And I'm sure there are plenty of places with a quick Google search that you can find that donate directly to people in need instead of making them buy them. I've already been recording and filming and stuff today, so my voice is already a little tired, but that is the first task for today, and we're gonna go through the closet. Dusty will have to do it when he gets home, but I'm gonna go ahead and go through my side and we'll see how much stuff I can gather to give away. And then after that we can do all the fun New Year's things, but first we are going to go clean out the dreaded closet. Before we start, I wanted to show you guys a shirt that YouTube sent me. It's so cute. It's black. I don't wear much black, not because I don't like black, but only because the cat fur gets all over it. Like this shirt already, you can already see the cat fur. We have 5 cats. It's like almost impossible to stop the fur, but it's really cute. They sent me a medium, which is normally, you know, a little bit oversized, cute enough. You guys, this shirt fits Dusty. Hang on. I'm putting it over top of my shirt. Let me just show you guys. I can't help but laugh at how... Wait, let me stand up here and show you guys. It goes past my shorts. This medium is straight up like a 2X. Or at least an extra large. At least an extra large. Like, I can't help but laugh when I put it on because I'm like, I can only wear this at the house. Like, it's so big. I can't wear it anywhere else but around the house. So, it's a cute house shirt. It has the YouTube symbol. Established in 2020. Oh, sorry. 2025. Established in 2005 because that's when YouTube was. And then it has... Can you see? The 20 on it because this year they celebrated their 20-year anniversary, and that's why they were sending out some gifts to some of the partners on YouTube, and I was able to get one. But yeah, this is a medium, and it just kind of shocked me because I was like, I don't know. I feel like this saying this is a medium is like a real big stretch. It'll be a really cute house shirt. So I do love it, and I'm so thankful they sent it to me. I just think it's funny. I may need to put this in my drawer. I'm also going to look up, after I get rid of these clothes and we filter through them and stuff like that, I'm going to look up the Marie Kondo way of folding stuff to put in the drawers right here, because I'm terrible apparently at folding stuff. Like, I feel like I don't have that many like home night clothes. These drawers are just so full, and I think it's because of how I'm folding them. It's not because I have like a million things in there. It's because of how I'm folding them. So we're gonna look up the Marie Kondo way. I think I do need a box, however, so okay, back with a box. Hopefully this one's big enough. It should be big enough. I don't even know what's in here. Okay, just a few bubble things. A lot of bubble things. Okay, got the box. So I think I'm gonna do a few piles. So we're gonna do a pile that I need to try on. Well, maybe not a couple piles, maybe 2 piles. A pile that I'm gonna try on, and then the pile that I'm definitely getting rid of. That's it. Oh, and then a pile for like night clothes or around the house clothes or anything that has like a stain on it or a hole in it. That's the throwaway pile. So 3 piles. 3 piles. We're gonna turn on the Taylor Swift album because I'm still obsessed with it. Let's see. Life of a Showgirl, baby. Let's start. Hydrate or hydrate. Update. I have a lot that I need to try on. Like, I was like, I'm just going to get rid of it all. I need to try it all on first, and then we're going to go from there. Before I try it on, I'm going to deal with this because this is all out of order. I like to have my stuff like for shorts, jeans, dresses, tank tops, short sleeves, long sleeves, jackets. You all get the gist. That's what I'm going to do with the stuff that's hanging up right now. And then all of this stuff that I got out of the closet, I'm going to try on and see if it fits. And if it doesn't fit, you know what? I'm just going to get rid of it. Stay tuned. I'm not even attempting to make the stuff that I try on look good, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not trying to style it or anything. I'm just trying to see if it fits. Because I have gained a little bit of weight in the past year and a half. So, just going to try it on. Doesn't have to look cute. See if it fits. If it doesn't, straight to giveaway. I heard it on a podcast recently, and they were like, you know, this was the year that I got rid of my In Faith jeans. And I was like, what is that? And they were like, in faith that I'm going to lose the weight and fit back in them. And I've already got rid of like a lot of clothes that didn't fit me, but I'm serious. Like, if it doesn't fit me, it's going immediately. No point. If I lose weight, I can buy the new clothes again if I have to, or I can just wear the bigger clothes, wear a belt, or if it's a shirt, let it be baggy. So it's not that big of a deal. Just going to let it go. I'm just going to let it go. I do plan on trying to lose some weight. I've been counting macros and stuff, but I'm just going to get rid of it. There's no point in looking in the closet and seeing all these clothes that I can't even wear because they don't fit me anymore. Good riddance. This one still fits, thank goodness, because it still has the tags on it. I've never wore this. Tags on both the top and the bottom. I've never wore it. but it still fits. So top's a little tight. It fits though. It zips, it fits. I can deal with the top being tight. It's more so when like the bottom is tight, like when it's like squeezing me right here, that I can't really handle it. But I can handle the top being a little tight right there. This one is a no-go. Doesn't fit anymore. These jeans are pretty tight. Can you? Let's show you this way. These jeans are pretty tight, but they're not so tight that like I couldn't wear them. So we're going to keep the jeans. The realization when you look in the mirror and you're like, this used to fit me and then now it doesn't. I'm like, how much weight have I actually gained? Because some of these clothes that I'm putting on are like, I can't even, like one of the pair of jeans that I love so much, these ones that say balls and then have Tennessee all down them. I loved these jeans, okay? They don't zip, they just have buttons, so they have 4. I couldn't even get the bottom one buttoned. That's when the realization hits that like, oh, I actually have gained a little more weight than I thought. It's a little disheartening. One of my main things is to really focus on my nutrients this year, like what I'm eating, what I'm putting in my body. So it'll be okay. Like I'll get down to the size I was, even though that's not like the most important thing. I'd rather just be healthy. But like it is disheartening to try on all these clothes and see that none of them fit. Especially like my favorite pair of jeans. Like they're so cute. They're so cute. But it's okay. It's okay. We continue on with the trying on of clothes and somebody's gonna get a lot of clothes that they like. No, I just don't think orange is my color. The reason I have this is because the Tennessee balls, like this is for that. I wore it with the jeans that I just showed you with the Tennessee on them. But I think without those jeans, you know, I don't know. I'm not thinking that orange is my color. I don't think that I want this one. So this is also a no-go. I have found one sweater that I think is cute, mostly because the sleeves, I love that it's like tight and then huge sleeves. Like I love that part. It is like a more cropped sweater, so I could probably like, the millennial in me has to, you know, tuck on one side, pull out on the other, you know, the cute tuck thing. So I think I'm gonna keep this one. This one's cute. I think it's the one sweater that I'm gonna keep in the closet. Thankfully, this one is not tight and I can keep this one and it still fits. So 2 sweaters. I have 2 sweaters that I get to keep in my closet. Last outfit that I'm trying on. This one semi-fits, like, cause it's like stretchy in the back, I guess. But it kind of annoys me cause like it's sort of kind of see-through, like not all the way, but you can see some things through it. And I'm just like, I don't really want to have to mess with that. Even though the shirt is so cute. Like the shirt is so cute, but I don't know. I'm too lazy to mess with like the half see-through clothing and to like have to find stuff that goes underneath it that like will not show through. I'm just too lazy to do that. So this one is also no-go. Okay, back in normal clothes because I'm done trying everything on. But you guys, I found a shirt in my closet. Actually, there was a few things in my closet that still had tags on them, but I found this Korok shirt. Legend of Zelda Koroks. Doesn't fit me. It's a small. Tags are still on it. From Box Lunch. What in the world am I doing? Why am I doing this? Why am I buying stuff and then forgetting about it in my closet? This is why I'm cleaning my closet out. And I think I did pretty good. Like, I feel like I got rid of a lot of stuff. And I still have to go through my drawers right here, which is mostly like nighttime stuff. I feel like I did pretty good. Like, there's a whole huge pile right here of stuff that I'm getting rid of. And then there is this whole box. There's a bunch of stuff in this box that I'm getting rid of, so I feel like I've done pretty good. Like, this is only a few of the stuff, like everything that was hung up that I'm getting rid of. This is only a few of them. There's a bunch more hanging in the closet too. I'm proud of myself for getting rid of stuff that doesn't fit me, that's too small for me, or stuff that I just don't like or didn't wear that I bought and thought I would wear. I'm proud of myself. You all should do this. This is a freeing feeling. It's a very freeing feeling. I did do the drawers in here too, so there's still so much stuff in there, but it's just like my, home clothes, and then the main bottom is gym clothes. So those have I went through those as well. We have an entire box of clothes, so this thing is full of clothing, and then I did throw some away because they were just stained or just not good enough to give away. That is done. I had to eat a snack, not even a snack. I had to eat basically an entire meal after I got done with that because I was like famished. I went to go get a snack and ate a muffin, and I ate that muffin in 2 seconds, and I was like, okay, my blood sugar clearly needs food. So I had to eat, I ate Greek yogurt, some granola, poured some maple syrup over top of it, and put strawberries on top, and it was great. But now I think I have to take some photos for some thumbnails. I'm not gonna video that or anything, but I haven't included my face in thumbnails in a pretty hot minute on my gaming channel, and I just feel like, I don't know, I'm like, should I? So people know that this is like my video. Everybody else does it, so I'm just like, okay, should I do it? I don't really prefer thumbnails with faces on them, but if that helps people to know that that's my video, I don't know, but we're gonna go take some thumbnail photos, and then after that is when I'm going to do the goals in my planner. Or maybe no, I'll do the goals in my Discord first, and then I'll do the goals in my planner. I don't really think I have too many goals this year. I don't know. We'll talk about it later. I'm gonna go do thumbnails. Okay, so I did take a second to write down the goals that I'm gonna put in our Discord, because like I said, we do a thing every year. Well, we started it last year. I can't remember whose idea it was, but someone had the idea in our Discord to, post our goals and then through the year update each other so we can be more accountable, I guess. And it was really, really fun. At the end of the year, I did get a little slower in looking in the channel because I did not want to. I felt myself kind of getting down on myself because I did not do as much as I thought I would last year. So I stopped looking at it towards the end of the year, but then at the end of the year, I was like, you know what? Or probably early December or late November. Probably late November. I was like, you know what? It doesn't matter. Like, I can use this and I can start them now and I can start getting better now. Like the Atomic Habits book talks about getting better 1% every day. Like, you don't have to achieve these huge goals, and I feel like I realized that. So more of my goals this year are kind of less like huge goals. Like, I don't have any goals of like, I don't know, like, a lot of content creators have goals of reaching 100,000 subscribers, or they have goals of doing something along the lines of that, like big number goals. I don't really have number goals, I wouldn't say. Well, I do have 2 number goals, but they're not like number goals, but they are. So the 2 number goals that I have, I guess, would be to beat 26 games and to read 26 books, just because it's 2026 and I thought that was like a fun number. It's not really because I wanted that number or I think that that's like an astounding number or something. I just thought it would be fun and probably pretty easy for me to get done because the games are my job. I do video games for content creation, and I also have a video idea coming up that huge number, or a huge percentage of that number, will be done through that video. That's all I'm saying. But the 26 books, I read a lot, and I wanted this year to do a book of the month every single month. So right there is just 12 books, and then I just need 14 more after that. And I read all the time anyway. So 26 books and 26 games, that's just a fun number. It's not like I'm gonna have to like strive to get there. It's just a fun number, and I feel like it'll just be fun to get in 2026, 26 books and 26 games as my goal. So those are the number goals, I guess. And going along with the read 26 books, I have a TBR shelf over here. It has a really good mixture of fiction and nonfiction. So I feel like the 26 books I do read, I'm going to focus on getting this shelf over here read. Some of them are Dusty's books, so I'm not going to worry about those. But the rest of them I do want to read and put down in my permanent bookshelf downstairs. I just feel like it's better to read what I have than to just go out and buy a bunch. I'd rather read what I have right now and then go out and buy more. Now, that's not to say I will not buy more books, because there are a lot of good books coming out next year that I already know about. I know like Haley Pham's book is coming out, Just Friends, and then we have Agnes Aubert's Mystical Cat Shelter. I think that's the name of it. We have Sea of Charms. We have The Faraway Inn. There's a lot of, I'm sure Emily Henry will come out with a new book, so I will be buying books too. But my main goal will be to finish the TBR shelf, and that goes along with the reading 26 books. And then the last three, because I don't really have, like I said, I don't really have that many goals. I just kind of just want to live life next year. Like, I just want to enjoy every moment, and I feel like I focused on that this year too. But I focused on consistency this year, and also romanticizing daily life. And I feel like I have done better at that, but this year I just really want to focus on that, where I'm bringing the consistency from this year into next year. I'm not going to drop the consistency at all. I want to be consistent with my health routine. So that means I want to get my steps every day. I want to go to the gym 4 times a week, because that's what's healthy for me and my hormones and all of that stuff. And then I want to be consistent with my supplements. So like the steps, I want to take 8 to 10K steps every day. That's just, that's a number they give most people. That's the healthiest number. So that's what I'm going to strive for. I have a treadmill downstairs that I can use. So hopefully, even with this cold front coming, because January, February, March are normally the coldest months in Tennessee. They're very freaking cold, especially in January, so I won't be walking outside much. So I'll be using the treadmill a lot. But 8 to 10K steps, that's a pretty normal amount of steps. So I'm not like killing myself or anything. And then consistent with health routine. So 4 days of gym a week, the walking, and the supplements. The supplements are just, they're tailored towards me, I feel like. And I feel like that's pretty important if you do get on supplements or whatever you do. I got some testing done for my stomach, for my hormones, I got blood work done, and all of these supplements I feel like are things that I need. So for me to be consistent with them is very important, and it's not even like they're hard. It's just remembering to do them. And also water. Water is something I struggle with so much, not because I drink like other drinks all the time. It's literally, I only drink water and electrolytes. I drink Olipop sometimes. Like, it's not that I drink like other things through the day. It's just that I forget to drink while I'm working or while I'm doing something. So that's part of my supplements in my brain, being consistent with supplements. Water is part of my supplements because my body needs that. So hopefully I can be much better with water. But this Bink cup really helps because it shows you like times on each side, and then you turn it around and the other side has, like, it's to drink 3 of these a day. So that's what the time frames are for, and if you pay attention to those, they really help. And then the last thing that goes along with gym going is I finally want to be able to do a pull-up this year. I know that's so random, but for the past year, on and off, I haven't been consistent with that. On and off, I've been trying to build up to doing a pull-up, but that has not happened yet. But I am getting better. I am getting better. So praying and praying and praying and praying that this year will be the year that I get those done. So all of this stuff is what I'm going to put in Discord. And then there's also 2 quotes that I'm going to put in Discord with it that I'm going to like try to focus on for the year. Work like it depends on you, and pray like it depends on God. That's one of the quotes that I should probably get that like blown up on the wall, just over top of our door over here, so I can remember it. And then something else I really want to focus on is, I'm not going to say this correctly, but I'm going to try. Ichigo Ichie. And that is Japanese for one time, one meeting. I accidentally heard this while Dusty was watching a video about samurais, and I was sitting on the couch reading a book, and I just so happened to look up and hear them talk about Ichigo Ichie, and they were talking about how it's something a lot of Japanese people say and how important it is because it's making the most of every encounter and understanding how important the now is. And I heard that and I was like, I need this tattooed on my body. That's how important that is. Like I said, this year I really want to focus on being in the now and like focusing on like life and the year and not really focusing on numbers and analytics and all of the things that we can let in our brain, like that's so important. I want to focus more on just life and living in the now and realizing that we should make the most of every day, of every encounter. I don't know, I just thought that was a really cool saying and I want to remember it. So that is going to be not my word of the year, but like my quote of the year. Those two quotes are going to be my quote of the year. So that is what I'm going to put on Discord. I'm going to go ahead and type that up and put it in there. Like I said, my goals are not anything crazy. They're not like, oh my gosh, she's going to do that this year. It's literally just living the best life that I can and having systems and gratitude and living for the now. All of that just in place. So that's what I'm going to do in 2026. It's the next day and I don't even know where we are in this vlog because I had to end it yesterday. I'm also filming 2 different vlogs right now. I'm filming one which is playing my followers games, and I'm also filming this New Year's one. So my brain is like, where am I at in both vlogs? I have no idea. But I had to end this vlog yesterday because I had some things to do. Like I had to make some cookies for Dusty's work, and then I also played a short hike, which is the game I'm playing for the other vlog. Hi, baby girl. So now I'm going to finish doing the goals in the planner. I don't need to rush everything in this planner. It's not just goals. I don't know why I said just goals, but it's like a lot of things. It's like self-reflection. It's things that like, what do you want to focus on in January? And I'll show you guys and talk to you guys about like what I fill out after I fill it all out. Random, but this is the prettiest planner I have ever had in my entire life. You can get it completely customized. Like I picked the color of the fabric and I picked the color of these 2 page holders, and then I also picked the charms that go on. So I picked 2 moons because that's like what the logo of our business is, and there's like a deeper meaning to that. But I'm excited to fill this out. I was sitting on the couch cross-legged for 2 hours finishing this planner and all the stuff that it has in it. So I just really need to stand up. So we're gonna stand up and we're gonna talk about all of the stuff I filled out in the planner. We're just gonna start from the beginning. I don't know, oh my gosh, there's so much cat hair on this already. Like, I sit it down for 1 second. 1 second, and it's full of cat hair. Also, if my lips look purple, it's because I was drinking a blueberry smoothie while I was finishing the planner stuff. And every single time I drink a blueberry smoothie, it turns my lips purple, blue, whatever. I don't know if it's because my lips are dry, but for the planner, there's a few things in here that I did not do just because I don't see any point for me specifically. But a lot of these things in here are like really, really cool. So I'm just gonna go through like everything. So the very first thing that it has is like personal values. So it has a page that's called self-reflection. This is one that I actually did not fill out because I didn't. I don't feel like I need to. What moments in your life have been the most meaningful and fulfilling to you? I could probably have filled that one out. Like, I already know like off the top of my head, like my wedding day. That was one of the most fulfilling, meaningful days of my entire life because, you know, I love my husband and the vows we made to each other that's something we have to live out every single day. So of course that's like one of the moments. I could list other moments, like working with Nintendo for the first time. I actually probably will go back and write this down. Yeah, just things like that are the most meaning and fulfilling to me. What are you most proud of? I feel like that kind of ties into like my favorite moments and stuff like that. Doing content creation just in general, because the internet is a hard place to be, you guys. It is a hard place to be. So I'm proud that I've just stuck it out and kept going, because you know, my why is more important than all of the hard in content creation and being on the internet. And then there was something at the bottom: what memories give you energy and what memories drain your energy. I don't really care about those questions. Other people might. Like I said earlier in this vlog, I think I'm not really the deepest person. So like, and also I don't really think about like the negative stuff that's happened in my life a lot. Like I've had very negative things happen, but like to think about them, I don't really think about them very often. Because I feel like if I think about them, like it could probably put me in like weird moods. So I just kind of don't think about them. So I'm not gonna write them in a I'm not gonna write them in a book to constantly remind me of those. Does that make sense? Like I said though, that question could be very helpful to some people, but for me, it's not really that helpful. The next page was also more self-reflection. There was one part where it says identify 4 people that you respect or admire, and I picked 3, and it says what qualities do they have that you appreciate. I picked Dusty, of course, my husband, Candace Cameron, and Sadie Robertson. I'm not really gonna go into detail why I chose those people, but those people are definitely all 3 people that I looked up to in life. And then it talks about imagine listening to a positive conversation about yourself in the future. What do you want to hear? And I thought that was such a cool question, because like I do think about that sometimes. Like I feel like everybody thinks about that sometimes. Like what kind of legacy are you going to leave behind? And I don't think it's necessarily that exact question, but it's definitely similar, and I have thought about that before. So most of my answers were similar to like, what kind of legacy do you want to leave behind? But that was just a really cool question, and I definitely think you guys should ask yourself that, because I think that helps you with knowing like what you want to grow towards and what you want to do in your life. You wake up to the best day ever tomorrow. What does it look like? Use your senses: smell, sound, taste, sight, and touch. That was also a really cool question that I'm not gonna, you know, say here. But then there was also a self-reflection page, that another one that I did not fill out at all, because I just feel like I didn't really need to. It was identify 5 negative beliefs you hold about yourself, reframe them into neutral or positive statements, and then create 5 statements about yourself that are positive and uplifting. Don't hold back. This is your space to honor and acknowledge the beautiful things about you. Again, going back to like, I don't really think about negative memories. I don't really think about like, in this moment specifically, I was like, I'm not really thinking negatively about myself, other than like, you know, when I was trying to close on that I had gained a lot of weight, and that is not normal for me. So like that was, you know, something negative that I probably could have turned around to, you know, be more kind to myself. But other than that, right now in this moment, I don't really have anything that I'm really hard on myself about. So I just skipped that section. And then there's this really cool section, identifying values, and it use your favorite marker, pen, whatever, and select words that stand out to you. And I chose 28 words to underline, and I know that sounds like a lot. You're like, oh my gosh, 28 words are important to you. But there was this whole page is full of words, and I only underlined, it looks like very few. So it's not like I just went crazy or anything. And a lot of the words, it asked if there are any common themes in the words I selected. And a lot of the words that I selected had to do with how I treat others in my work ethic. So even though I chose 28, all of them can go into either work ethic or how I treat others, which is so funny, because the main reason of why I think about how I treat others all the time is because of my faith. And then the work ethic comes from my Enneagram type, I think. I'm an Enneagram type 1. So I have a lot of, like, I'm a very type A person. I like to plan things. I like to work. I like to stay consistent with things. It was just cool seeing that come to play by choosing words off of a page. And then it asked to rank your top 5 values and describe why they are important to you. So my top 5 are faith, kindness, consistency, peace, and generosity. And then it tells you to like explain why they're important to you. And that's what I did on this page, but that was really fun too. And then it has this entire like setting goals thing. And I wasn't going to do it at first because I was like, I don't really have goals this year. Like I told you, like in the Discord, I don't really have like number goals, and I feel like that's the type of goal that I would put on these types of pages. But I did fill them out, and I put like, you know, read 26 books, finish TBR shelf, beat 26 games, and the health routine. And it asks like, what habits will you need for this journey? Identify 3 steps that will kickstart your journey. Brainstorm some markers that will help you measure or identify your progress. So like for the read 26 books, on that I put like Goodreads tracker, like a basic like, hey, I can use Goodreads and this will remind me through the year to use Goodreads, and make sure to review the books on Goodreads after I read them. That way I can keep track of when I read them and what my review was. And that's so basic, but like that's something I forget about. So no matter how basic it is, write it down. That way you can remember to go back to it through the year. And then it asks how you're going to celebrate like the journey and the milestones, and when will you review your journey, how often. It asks questions like that and it has like a bunch of these goal pages, so you have plenty of room to talk about those. And then there is a habit cultivation section too that I may use a little bit later in the year, but right now I don't really think I need to, because the habits that I'm doing right now I have been doing for at least a month. Like I started them like early December, and I'm doing really good at them right now, but I'm still trying to get them like a 100% habit every single day, no matter what type deal. But I didn't really want to write them down because they're already in my head and I'm already doing them almost every day, so I felt like it was kind of pointless to write those down. I'm gonna leave that spot open for when I get another habit this year that I want to start adding on to what I already have in my daily life. So that went into daily framework, and it shows like, how do you want to start the day, create your ideal schedule, what hours do you have the most energy, so make a plot of like your energy levels through the day, what barriers do you typically encounter throughout the day, and how do you want to end each day. So like I created my ideal schedule, how do you want to start each day, that's like some of my habit stacking that I do, and then how do you want to end each day, that's also another habit stacking that I want to do. And I filled this one out first, so that's kind of why I didn't want to go and do the habit stacks, because I have been doing them like I said, but also I wrote them in this section. And then the important, like there's just an important page where it's like, write down anything important you might need to reference throughout the year. I literally just took everything I wrote on Discord and put it on this page. That way I can just have another place that it is like a physical, I just love having physical things in my hands. So instead of going back to Discord all the time when I want to look at, hey, how am I doing on this stuff that I wanted to really focus on this year, I put it in this with one of the little page things. So that way I could look at it way more easily, because this is a planner. I'm going to be looking at this every single day of my life. So it's so easy to just flip to the page, be like, oh, okay, I remember these 2 quotes. I want to think about these 2 quotes a lot because that's like what I want to focus on this year. Or, you know, my goals. Like, how am I doing on these goals? It's March. How am I doing on them? So I thought it was cool that it had that page. And then, of course, like every planner, it has your calendars, and then it has more calendars, and then it has more places for important things you're going to do each day in the calendar, in the quarters, and then your holidays, and then it has another open page for you to write whatever you want. Now we're in January, so there is a January overview. This is another reason why I didn't use the habit page, because it has what habits do you want to cultivate this month. The 2 things that I did talk about that I want to do this month, I'm already doing, and that is gym 4 times a week and steps 6 times a week. So I want to make sure I get my 8 to 10K steps in 6 times a week, and then go to the gym 4 days a week. My steps I'm probably less consistent with than the gym. The gym, we have been pretty consistent since October, I think, other than like around the holidays and stuff. But I really wanted to write it down. That way I'm looking at it every day in January and being like, okay, this is how many times we've went, because it does have like a little habit tracker beside of it that you can mark every single day that you've done it. That way I can just see, Okay, we've actually went 4 times a week. I've actually done my steps 6 times a week. And it also has a reward at the bottom, so you can write down like your reward. Say we finish going to the gym 4 times a week and we do that and I get all my steps in all month, then you can put a reward there. And my reward is not like something extravagant. Like I'm not gonna go buy like a laptop because I went to the gym 4 times a week. But since we are being more consistent and like gonna work harder towards like counting our macros and stuff, we're not gonna be eating out a bunch. So I literally put my reward as going to our favorite restaurant in Knoxville. It's called the Sticky Rice Cafe. So it doesn't have to be like a huge reward, but I think it's really cool to celebrate any achievements in life, and doing it like monthly. It can be something big, of course, but like if you want it to be something tiny, like I wanted it to be something tiny for just doing like my regular health routine. I put that we wanted to go to a Sticky Rice Cafe. So like you just have something to look forward to, and I think that is so cool, and I'm so glad they have that section in this planner. It also asks like, what boundaries will you set for yourself this month? What intentions do you have this month? What milestones are you focusing on? And list 3 ways you can carve out time for self-care. So like 3 of the ways I'm setting out time for self-care is having a set time to stop work for the day, like no working past 6 p.m. because my brain can just think about work 24/7, and if I don't have like a set, hey, no work past this time, then I will definitely work past that time. Waking up at 6 a.m. so I don't rush through my morning, because my morning is part of my self-care. That's when I do my morning skincare routine, and that's when I read some. That's when I just start my day and make sure that it goes smoothly. So not having to rush in the morning is part of self-care. And then taking 1 full day off of work every week. And that's where I put, what intentions do you have this month and what milestones are you focusing on? Taking 1 full day off of work every week. I put like ways that I can help do that, like scheduling things, the days around it. That way I don't have to worry about, oh my gosh, I forgot about this. Using the planner will help me do that. And this planner is just so cool because it has like the daily, like hourly. It's to the hours. It's not even to the day. It's to the hours of, so like, for example, it starts at like 6 a.m. and goes all the way to 10 p.m. And then underneath every day, it has like a place where you can put self-care or to-dos, intentions, focuses. Like, it's just so neat, you guys. That is all of my planner. I'm almost 100% positive you don't even have to buy this planner. I definitely say buy it because it's so beautiful and amazing, and I just love having like a physical thing in my hands to do. But I think you can get on their website, hemlockandoak.com, and you can get the PDFs for free. So you can fill out like all of the things I just talked about. You can download the PDF, and you could probably put it on your iPad and like write on it. Or if you wanted it physical, you can download the PDFs for free and just print out the pages yourself. So if that's something you want to do, hemlockandoak.com. I'm pretty sure it's Hemlock and Oak planners. So you can just go to their website and find that PDF. I thought that was so cool of them to just include that like for free. I don't know if I hope it's not where I bought one and they sent me an email, but I'm pretty sure it's for anybody can get on there and get the PDFs for free. So if you're interested in answering any of those questions and like reflecting and like doing your values, you can get on their website. Okay, I know this vlog has been so chatty and I really need to end it, so I'm going to end it right here. But I wanted to say before we end, I just finished A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping, which was the December book of the month. And it was so cozy and such a perfect book to end the year with, even though I'm currently reading Lord of the Rings. So I guess I'm technically ending the year with Lord of the Rings. But I did want to let you know that the next book of the month, January book of the month, in our Discord will be Hemlock and Silver by T. Kingfisher, which is a retelling of Snow White. I think that one's going to be so interesting, and we have read a T. Kingfisher book before in our book of the month, so it's cool to be able to go back to these authors that we've read before and read some new books. We picked this one out because it was one of the top fantasy books on Goodread for 2025, and we voted on 4 different fantasy books, and that is the one that won. So if you are interested in reading the book of the month book with us, it is going to be Hemlock and Silver by T. Kingfisher, and you can join the Discord and read the book of the month with us, and we just have a good time over there talking about the book. I will see you guys for the next vlog. Bye, friends.